Hi, my name is Samantha Fuller, and myself and my group will be giving a presentation on Coca-Cola Bottling Co. Consolidated. I will be discussing the financial analysis, but before I go into that, I will give just a brief introduction about the company. So Coke Consolidated is one of the largest Coca-Cola bottlers in the United States. They are based in the southern, Midwest, and Mid-Atlantic regions of the United States. They consist of 13 manufacturing facilities, 76 distribution and sales centers, and a corporate office that is located in Charlotte, North Carolina. They're made up of 300 brands and flavors that are beverages of the Coca-Cola Company as well as other partnered companies. So now I'll just go right into the financial analysis. So I've analyzed the financial performance of Coca-Cola, and I'll start by looking at the gross profit margin. In 2017, Coke's profit margin was at 62.56, which increased just a little bit from previous year at 60.66. This means that the company has the ability to pay for ongoing expenses, which is really good, and they are maintaining a healthy profit margin. Next, I'll look at the operational efficiency. So to test that, you will look at the accounts receivable turnover and inventory turnover. The accounts receivable turnover was 9.65 this year compared to the soft drinks ratio, which it fell between 8 to 9.5, which is really good because they were really close to the industry average. But that indicates that the company is managing their credit fairly well. The inventory turnover ratio is at 4.99. That decreased from the previous year, which was at 6.15. And this decrease means that the company isn't selling their goods as well, or it could also mean that they may be overproducing. So now I'll discuss the capital efficiency. So to test the capital efficiency, you'll look at the return on equity ratio and the debt to equity ratios. The return on equity ratio significantly decreased to 6.22 compared to last year's that was 28.2. This year shows that the business are not generating a really good return to investors, which isn't good. For the debt to equity ratio, it increased compared to last year. So this year it was at 2.51 compared to last year's that was at 1.96. This indicates that for every dollar, the company owes $2.51 to creditors. Now, as far as the return on equity ratio decreasing to 6.22, and last year was at 28.2, that can be really risky for the company because that means that, well, it increases the risk that investors wouldn't invest in their company in the future. So, yeah, that's something that they would probably really need to look at as far as being able to make enough money to generate that return to investors. So as far as the overall financial performance of the company, so the highlights of the financial performance appear to steadily increase, which is good. There was a net sales growth of 5%, so it is increasing, and a sales volume growth of 1.8%. However, the expenses that they are incurring are significantly increased, which will be discussed later on what we suggest that the company can do to remain profitable while the cost of production increases.
Hello, my name is Nader Wasif, and today I'm gonna talk about the external and internal analysis for Coca-Cola Bottling Consolidated Company. First, external environmental analysis. They acquiring bottling facilities along the northeast coast, negotiating contracts, retaining brand value, having millennials as employees and consumers. Some of their success factors, their ability to keep costs low for the past few decades, gaining and keeping current contracts. They always try to gain new contracts every day. Their ability to retain brand value. Coca-Cola has been a very strong brand for the past over 50 years, and they keep growing and growing every day. Their ability to hire and give incentives to millennials in the workplace. They hire a lot of young people and give them good incentives so they can work for them. Next, I'm gonna do a SWOT analysis. First, strengths. Automation of activities brought consistency of quality. They have been using a lot of automated machines and systems to help them increase their productions. Next, highly skilled workforce through successful training and learning programs. So they give them different learning programs and give them enough training to be highly skilled. Strong distribution networks. They have different distribution companies in different states along the northeast coast. Good return on capital expenditure. They usually get a good return on their investment. Weaknesses. Investment in research and development is below their competition. They don't really invest enough money in development and research to come up with new technology to help them be more efficient, more productive. Limits success outside core business. If they try to come up with a new product that's different than their product line, there's a very limited success in there. Need more investment in new technology. They need to invest a little bit more in the new technology that everybody else from their competition is using. Not very good at product demand forecasting. Usually they forecast products less or higher than expected. That causes sometimes over inventory. The inventory sits in their warehouses or storages, and it causes a lot of stuff to go bad, and that's not good and makes their profit less. Next is opportunities. Gaining new customers from online channels. New trends in consumer behavior. New technology will help serve current customers better and gain new ones. If they invest a little bit more in new technology, they can gain more customers, they can gain more accounts. Opening up of new markets because of government agreements. They can expand and have new markets with the agreements of governments. Finally, threats. New technology being developed by competitors like Pepsi and 7-Up company. Growing strength of local distributor for competitive companies like Pepsi, acquiring more distribution networks and growing their distribution networks. Facing lawsuits in various markets. That could be a problem as well. Raising pay levels such as minimum of $15 an hour. Like everybody wants to raise the minimum wage to $15, like Amazon did it not too long ago. And finally, is shortage of skilled workforce in the market. A threat that's a very strong threat for the company. They might not find enough skilled people to work their production lines, distribution lines. That'll be all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashley Bishop, and next I will be talking about Coca-Cola Bottling Consolidated Company's strategy and their strategic concerns. So first of all, their strategy. They have an integrated cost leadership strategy. Coca-Cola's name brand is very strong, and it differentiates itself from other brands of sparkling beverages. When people think of soda, Coca-Cola is the first thing that comes to mind. The beverage industry is very competitive with many readily available substitutes, which forces Coca-Cola Bottling to employ a low-cost strategy. Next, they are expanding and acquiring new territories. They are the largest in the country and currently have 90 locations on the east side. They are continuing to expand by acquiring more bottling companies. And also they have a product diversification strategy. They have gone from 300 to 600 product lines, more than doubled SKU offerings, By modifying different products to have different tastes to meet the needs of different consumers, offering beverage products that are healthier, such as vitamin water, juice, milk, and other natural drinks. And so that is their strategy. And next, I will be talking about their strategic concerns and recommendations for their strategic concerns. So, first, is the customers' reactions to the raised prices. So, due to the increased cost of raw materials for Coca-Cola, it is becoming a problem to keep the price at 99 cents. So, they are going to have to raise the prices. So, how can they convince the consumers to continue to buy their products even if the prices do increase? So, Coca-Cola has created a big name for themselves. There are a lot of loyal Coca-Cola customers. If people notice the increased prices, sales might drop, but it won't drop as much that it could affect their profits significantly. CCBCC can gradually increase prices over time, so maybe 10 cents every 6 months, just gradually increase it and not so much all at once. They can also create a coupon program every now and then for certain products. So, for example, a consumer can buy a 12-pack and get a 24-ounce Coca-Cola beverage of their choice for free. And even if the prices do increase, this shouldn't have a problem with their earning any profits. And it will continue to motivate their customers if they at least have some kind of coupon program that they can use. So the next strategic concerns is, will expanding hurt their culture? Due to expanding, how will they maintain their culture of the company when bringing in new employees, and what benefits should they have to enhance the experience of their employees? So one of their biggest growing pain is getting the right people in the right spots. People are their biggest assets, which is stated in their core values. If people are happy at their jobs, they are motivated and want to do their best in the company. This allows low turnover, which could save them a lot of money. CCBCC wants to create a great culture to keep turnover low and want to try to keep their people there and make them not want to leave. So one thing that we recommended for CCBCC is to have quarterly meetings with their employees and supply them with a survey and ask them what they would like in the company. So some people prefer different things than others. So some people would like a pay increase. Some people would like more paid time off or more vacation days. So it just depends on your employees. Keep them updated and ask them questions and see what they would recommend. And one thing that I would like personally for my job is to have food trucks. We don't want to have to leave for lunch because we only get an hour lunch. So maybe supply food trucks or have a cafeteria inside so they don't have to constantly leave, and they will have good hot food to eat and have somewhere to eat it at. And also, at the meeting, you all stated that you do have a small break room, and well, maybe having a bigger break room would be better. And mostly just to talk to your employees and see what they want would be better off, because everybody has their own opinions and recommendations. And I would definitely take that from our employees and actually do something about it. So definitely talk to your employees and see what they would like and go for it. Thank you.